Hortensia and Paola, perhaps their last chance to win a medal at world level.
I didn't really think that that the Brazilian inside players would have it last night against the USA, but they proved me wrong, and I think it's going to be one hell of a game today.
Referees, Philippe Maharou from France and Janice Deacon from Canada. Philippe Maharou called that controversial fifth foul against Robin Ma earlier in the championships. And, well, could take something like that to turn this game. Both teams just full of match-winning potential. They've got to produce on the night. The 12th World Championships gold medal match about to get underway. And we're going to have a gold medalist for the first time ever. In the 11 previous World Championships, only the USA or the USSR have been victorious. China or Brazil this time. Brazil control the tip. Here's Jeanette. Paola. Jeanette. China is aware of her potential.
Oh, and she's got all the moves. She's shown that the entire tournament, and she's just shown us again.
Well, I saw her in a warm-up game against Australia in Melbourne, and she was jittery, nervous. The Australian defence made her throw the ball away in the first half. In the second half, she was a different player. She looks young. She's 25 years of age, but when Hortensia and Paola do go, she'll be taking the mantle of responsibility. She's carried it well so far, and the rebound comes Hortensia's way. Jeanette wants it. She gets it. She puts it away.
They work so well together, Hortensia and Jeanette, and of course Paola. I mean, the three of them are sensational on the court together. It's a good start for Brazil.
A minute gone. China yet to score. Wang Feng against Jeanette. She too is a pure shooter. We didn't see it against Australia, maybe against Brazil. Liu's got the job on Hortensia and fouls her. So Hortensia to the line. She missed some vital free throws in the semi-finals, but against the USA, she was rock solid.
She is a big-time player, and she's going to have a fantastic game tonight. And she shows her confidence out there, lifting her hands above her head.
Sydney Entertainment Centre. 8 or 9, 10,000 strong crowd. 6-2 Brazil. The Samba will continue for the full 40 minutes of play, and however long the game actually takes to play. Li Donmei to Zhong Hai Xia. She's fouled. Alessandra. Well, she must have butterflies in the pit of her stomach up against Zhong Hai Xia, the tournament MVP, even before it's announced.
She's definitely going to be hard to stop tonight. That is if China continue to look inside.
Li Donmei, all air. Zhong Hai Xia forces the jump ball down on the paint. Jumping against Alessandra. We'll have the athleticism on her with the sheer height with the Chinese. Alessandra trying to push her out of the way.
Yes, also Hortensia certainly moved into the circle before the ball. It even left the referee's hands.
So that violation on the jump gives China possession. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Wang Feng.
Oh!
5 points for her.
She can do it all. She's a bit, I think she's a little bit like Jeanette. They match up so well, they're guarding each other tonight.
Hortensia. Zhong Hai Xia got hands to that. And it's Zhong Donmei. Wang calling the shots. Liu. 5th in three-point percentage in this championship. Wang Feng is 10th. She's already hit one. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Zhong Donmei, nowhere to go on Paola from the foul line. That's a tremendous turnaround.
Yes, well, Paola sort of stumbled backwards in the hope of getting a foul there, and Chinese player just looked at the hoop and thought, why not?
China take the lead. Brazil get it back again. 3 from Magic Paola. Well, can we go basket for basket for 40 minutes?
I don't think there'll be too much difference in the score for the entire game.
From 4 1/4 metres, Wang comes up short, and Jeanette. Hortensia, the give and
excellent
go.
pass. Well saved by Jeanette.
Huchi has it. Ruth gives it back to Jeanette. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jeanette cuts. Good hand, lead on May.
Yes, she'd certainly lost her defensive player in Wang Feng. That's what we call a backdoor movement in basketball, and that was a classic move. Li Dongmei just getting a hand to it.
Ruth. Paola. Hortensia running the baseline. Paola another 3. You bet! You bet! 2 from her in a row. Exemplary 3-point shooting. 2 from Brazil, 1 from China. 5 points, the lead for Brazil. Wang. Zhong Haixia trying to hold Alessandra away. Zhong Donmei driving on Paola, dishing back from the foul line. Zhong Haixia misses. She only missed once against Australia.
Hortensia all the way.
And good board taken by Alessandra. She was fouled. Liu. So Alessandra to shoot 2 free throws.
Strong, tough shot there. Yuzhun hitting him with her hands. Alessandra to the line for 2 free throws.
Well,
probably just a touch nervous, I would think.
The team shoot at 79% from the line. Alessandra, 50% free throw shooter, the worst in the team. That's what she did there. So, 4 minutes 20 gone, and Brazil have led right from the word go.
Good
6
defense
points in
from
front.
Brazil.
Here goes.
Well done from Alessandra.
Liu who put the shot up. Jeanette. Beautiful soft hand. She had to roll that over the top of the defense.
She makes it look so easy.
6 points for her. She scored the first 4 for Brazil. Brazil go out to an 8-point lead. 5 minutes into the gold medal playoff at Oz 94. 3-point attempt, misses the first of the game. That one from Zhong Donmei. Jeanette, gonna do it all herself. Why not? Timeout called by Mr. Chen, the Chinese coach, and Brazil out of the blocks to a 10-point lead. 14:48 to go in the first half.
And that lady right there, Jeanette, what a great start to Brazil heading towards either gold or silver at this World Championships.
Well, you might have heard a medal of any colour will do, not necessarily the gold, said Hortensia before the championships.
I'm
Gold
sure
is
if she had the
what,
choice.
she wants now. I mean, that's all or nothing as far as Brazil are concerned.
The defense from the Brazilian tall girls in Alexandra has been excellent on Zhong Haixia. She's just got a little bit more height to what the Australian girls had inside. Makes it a bit tougher, makes the outside players hesitant to pass it in.
No points yet for Zhong Haixia. Wang has 5 for them. Paola, 2 3-pointers for 6. Wang spotting up for 3 points. Down they go.
You certainly can't give her that much room, and Jeanette should have been right up in her face then.
Pucci. Alessandra moving it around the perimeter to Paola. Nice work from the defence, Zung Don Mei. Pucci doesn't get the roll. Lee Don Mei pulls down the board. Steve Rebellion. A long way to go yet, but a great start from Brazil. And the interception from Jeanette, kept alive by Liu. Zung Don Mei has missed with 2 3-point attempts. Good work from the big body of Hucci in there, and Alessandra gives it to Paola on the outlet to Hortensia. Foul from Liu, her second.
She has such long strides, Hortensia. She dribbles the ball very high, almost up to her shoulder height, but then she takes great big steps. Just easily manoeuvring around Liu Jun.
Well, you just wonder if Hortensia would have been able to get around Zheng Haixia, who'd come down. But the foul came before that. Very quick Hortensia. Beautiful vision. Foul, Lee Don Mei on Hucci.
Was good vision from Hortensia. She really did have an open shot there, but saw her teammate, Hucci, and little bounce pass. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
14 fouls China, just 1 Brazil. Ruth De Souza. Pucci at the line. Not one to foul. Not that there's too many of the Brazilians that can't shoot the free throws. 86% from this championship from that spot. 19-9 is the lead for Brazil. To 10. Now Lee is on.
Yes, her knee is bandaged, so it must have been the knee that she injured.
Wang forced off balance, and Ruth Hucci with the rebound. The high-stepping Hortensia. Liu, can she stop her? 3-point attempt misses from Hortensia. Rebound Zung Don Mei. Don Lane. Yes, she'll be biding her time without too much concern, I think, Don. But Wang Feng, the 3-point play there, and the difference is down to 6. Liu has been rested from the responsibility of guarding Hortensia. Who's going to guard Paola?
What a fabulous move from Paola. She didn't have to do it very fast. She just had a lovely little underarm right-hand layup. I think the girls are a little bit hesitant to put their hands in. The refereeing this week has been so touchy that fouls have been coming fast and furious.
Li Xin against Hortensia. Nice dish to Lee Don Mei. Fouls on Hortensia before the pass. And that's just...
Li Xin. Yeah, very soft call. Not a lot in that call at all. Very little body contact from Hortensia.
So China, new 30 seconds, 12 minutes to go, and there's the first points for Zheng Haixia.
What a great out-of-bounds play.
Well, it's going to be a tremendous battle between Hortensia and Zheng to see who's going to be the top scorer in the championship. Hortensia at a 10-point lead before the start of this game. There's a foul on the lead on Mei. Holding Pucci, driving the baseline there.
As I think I've mentioned before in the games, referees don't like defensive players coming from behind, and 9 times out of 10 you'll find that that exact call will be made.
Hemming in Alessandra, but not for long. Balla told to shoot it by the coach.
Oh, she had the right idea. I think she realised there was a gap there, but none of her teammates, especially in Huchi, didn't move to the gap.
There's no one there to take the backhand flick. First turnover of the game. 11:30 to go in the half. Lee. Rebound from the leaping Jeanette. Held up by Zung Don-mei.
Defensive pressure from the Chinese team.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Paola with the right hand got away from Zung Don-mei, but it wouldn't fall for her. And Alessandra will jump with the opposing number 13 lead.
Referee just telling the girls to keep their feet down. It's easy to grab at the ball, especially when it's on the ground like this, and start kicking and swinging, and that's when people get injured.
Wang protects the ball very well from Hortensia. They look like they've settled China after the onslaught at the start from Brazil.
Yes, I think Don Lane's comments were fair. If China start hitting from the three-point range, then it opens up the middle.
Nice work, took it in strongly, Don-mei. The assist came from Li Xin. And they were down by 9, they're back to within 4, and just a little lackadaisical was Paola. Took it a bit easy and then immediately fouled after missing the shot.
Yeah, it's the old frustration foul.
First foul on Paola. Brazil 14 fouls, China 5. I don't know about you, Leanne, as the nice offense from China brings 2 points and a 3-point play for Zheng Haixia. But I think Basketball Australia should bid for the next Women's World Championship as well.
It's fantastic, isn't it, this turnout from not only the Sydneyites, but I know hundreds of Melbourne and Adelaide people that are here too. It's fantastic.
Patience
Excellent.
from China,
yes, excellent
cutting,
pass.
and Zheng Haixia.
Oh, and it rolled in and out.
Foul came before the shot before. I think I said 3-point play, so that's why China had it from the side. And here she is, Zheng Haixia, to take the lead over Hortensia in this game. They've both got 2 points so far. 9th in the competition in free throw shooting is the 204-centimetre Chinese centre.
Never looks like missing. She does have such a beautiful shot.
10:15 to go in the first half. Hortensia gets a good screen from Alessandro. Their hand in, I think, was from Sun Yin, or maybe
I think she
lost
just lost the handle on it, yes.
Huchi.
Oh, yes, great move from Huchi. She had Zheng Haixia right there, and she just did a bit of a fade away.
Well, usually no more than about 10 points are scored by the players other than Hortensia, Paola or Jeanette. Zheng Haixia does the bulk of the scoring for China, and she's got 6 now. China inexorably reeling in Brazil. Hortensia, a quick move to lose her marker, and then Sun Yin comes in and fouls. No, it's now acknowledged by Li Xin. Chopping foul on the Brazilian as they make a substitution. Cincha comes in for Alessandra with a 14. Cincha there.
Same action from Hortensia every time she shoots a foul shot. Big deep breath. Relaxes her shoulders. It's a little close of the eyes.
So 3 or 4 foul shooting for Hortensia's 3 points. 16 fouls apiece. Zheng Don-mei. Sun Yin. replacing Lee Don-May a little later in the game than she did against Australia last night. Lee, nice work baseline to Zung.
It certainly was. Li Jing cut really hard down the middle of the centre of the keyway, which is so important, dragging her defensive player with her. And then a nice little pass went back into Zung Haixi for an easy 2 points that time.
Tempo slowed down a little bit from that frenetic start. Lob inside to Jeanette from Huchi. Has to kick it out. Sincha can't keep it in. Well, she does for China. Lee has to hold it up. 3 yellow uniforms back. 3 points.
Nobody on her.
Wang Feng.
Cannot afford to leave her. Hortensia should have run at her and she didn't. Poor Jeanette had to struggle right down to the other end of the court and try and stop her from shooting.
14 points from Wang. Hortensia answers back with 2. Brazil level it, 26 all. It is going for basket for basket. Wang, 3 3-pointers for China. Calling for it again on the right wing. Jeanette. Sun Yin with 7 seconds on the shot clock. 3-point attempt misses. Hortensia comes in hard. And it went out off Lee.
Yes, Li Jing just sort of looking at the referee. I'm sure the referee couldn't understand it, but saying, Hortensia, push me in the back.
Now Paolo just steps up the gas a little bit. Brings it down a bit quicker. Jeanette through the lane with sheer athleticism, and she just finishes it off 99% of the time in that position. So 7.5 minutes to go. Don Lane. She's been exemplary in that department in these championships. She's got 10 points here. Miss from Sincha, and Zung Haixi pulls down her 4th rebound. Quick outlet from Lee. She wants it back quickly. Wang's got confidence in a shot. And Lee very disappointed with the teammate. Now it's 2-on-1. Paola takes on the Chinese giant. And the block from Zung.
And she's proud of that. And so she should be. Great drive from Paola. She had no choice. She was there on her own.
The big mitt on the Molten. And Brazil, the inbounds. And a brave one too. Found Hortensia, who's fouled. Lee.
Yes, Li Jing looking very puzzled about her calls, but she's using her body far too much. Excellent inbound pass. Li Jing jumping up but into her play. She's only allowed to have her area. She's got to jump straight up and down.
Hortensia looking to make amends for her miss a little earlier. Summons up all her concentration, and her team are 2 points in front thanks to those free throws. 8 of 10 from the line, Brazil. China 3 of 3. Naila about to check into the game for Brazil. Now Lee's left on her own. Bit of late pressure from Hortensia, and her teammate Huchi with the rebound. Hortensia for a 200th point in the championship. There it is! And a 3-point play from the competition's top scorer, oldest player in the competition at 34 years of age, and off balance. It doesn't make any difference to her.
No, confidence oozing from Hortensia. There was no question that she was going to go all the way to the hole that time, no matter what.
Ten points for her in the game. 202 in Oz 94. Brazil back out to a 5-point lead. 6:15 to go in the first half.
Good screens being set by the Chinese centre.
And here she is getting it back, but good hands in.
This wasn't actually a good pass. It went to the wrong side of her body.
Cincha knocks it away. Paula gave it to Laila.
Excellent drive from Laila. Protected the ball when she drove baseline.
5 scorers for Brazil so far. Sun Yin. Laila guarding her. Nice dish to Zhong Haixia. She's got a beautiful shot. At the next championships, we might see her attempting a 3-pointer even. She hasn't in these championships. Well, she's just got the perfect stroke. And of course, it's coming from such a height. Now the foul in is on Li Xin. Now that's an important one. Li Xin's 3rd personal foul. And Li Dongmei comes in for Sun Yin.
Not a real tough call there on Li Xin. Not a lot of contact in it, but then there hasn't been a lot of contact in all the fouls, or a lot of the fouls that have been called.
Doesn't vary in her routine. That huge breath with eyes closed.
It's obviously worked for her over the years, so why change something that's working for you?
And it's working here. She scored 8 points of her 12 from the line. Well, the Brazilian crowd were supporting Australia with their yellow and green. In fact, the Chief of Delegation, Raimundo, asked me, why is Australia's flag blue and red and white and yet the sporting colours are green and yellow? Well, I said, you can ask our Prime Minister that question. As the 3-point bomb is good from Zhong Dongmei. But they were waving the yellow and green for Australia. Now it is for Brazil. 4 points up. China, 4 of 7 3-point shooting. Hortensia.
Great drive. She lifts her 2 feet in the air. I think she must feel like it gives her just a little bit more just to finish off that shot. She does it so beautifully.
Li shoots the 3. Well, Liu also shoots the 3-pointers. We haven't seen one from her yet. Laila has it knocked away by Li Dongmei and Li Xin. Very quick. Li comes in to try and force the jump ball. Instead, she's fouled. So Li Dongmei has 3 personal fouls.
Yes, the ball's loose on the floor. She just dives in there. Obviously got a piece of the arm of Alexandria. No, sorry, Laila.
Laila shoot 1-on-1.
China have 17 fouls, so it's 1-on-1 for Laila.
And shooting at an 85% clip from the line. Brazil taking every opportunity given to them. They're back out to a 5-point lead. Li Dongmei, explosive. And the block from Hortensia.
Yes. Great anticipation from Hortensia.
Substitution for China, number 7, back into the game for
Hortensia driving inside Li, and Li had to let her go there because of the foul situation with her on 3. And Sun Yin didn't see a lot of time in Adelaide, so she's played more minutes really in the semi-final against Australia and here already. So she's got to produce when she's out there as Zhong Haixia kicks it out. Liu,
very hesitant, yes she was.
Zhong Haixia gets around those pesky arms of the Brazilians and just puts it away. She's got 14 points.
the Chinese team seem to look for their three-point outside shooters, and then after a couple of times of getting those in, they just then go inside.
Here's another player who hasn't seen a lot of minutes. Number 5 is Helen for Brazil. She's been given the job of bringing the ball down court and looking after it. Now the experienced head talks to her. Brazil 3 turnovers, China 1. 3:11 to go in the first half. 5-point lead for Brazil. That can disappear in the twinkling of an eye. Which one of them is going to shoot the 3? That's the question. Ma is on. Haven't seen a lot of her either. Didn't play against Australia. She cuts, but Zheng Haixi kicks it out for the 3. From 4.5 metres, down it goes.
Never in doubt with her shooting. You could lay bets every time she takes a shot.
Hortensia being guarded by Ma. Basket will count.
Just edging away in, getting a defensive player on her back. As soon as she sees the light, up strong to the basket. 3-point play for Hortensia.
Well, she's averaged 36 minutes a game in these championships. As the offensive foul's called on Zheng Haixi, or 3 seconds in the key, actually.
3-second call.
But Zheng Haixi has spent a lot of time out on court in the championships as well. No one, in fact, has been out there longer. 38 minutes per game she's averaging.
Yes, and also when you're playing for a medal, who cares about whether you're tired or not? You just find that extra bit of oomph for the entire game. You worry about...
Well, that was meant for Paula.
Yes, it was.
Cincha got it and couldn't put up the shot. 1. Helen keeping her under close check at the moment. Ma Zongqing to Li Dongmei.
She's had a better game tonight, Peter. She's had a bit of an up-and-down championship, but she is really needed by this Chinese team in this game.
Brazil controlled the scoreboard most of the game. The biggest lead was 9. It's 4 at the moment. Laila baseline, fouled by Zheng Haixi. That's her first. She's got a lot of fans in Australia, and they didn't like the call.
Yeah, she might have just dropped her left hand just a fraction. I don't know if there was a lot of contact. Foul call on Zheng Haixi and timeout to China.
1:40 left in the first half. A lot left from China. You can bet on that.
Oh yes, you can be rest assured they won't stop now. They'll keep going. 3-point specialists and back into their big girl inside.
Well, you see the press man in there with his flash, just leaving a little mark on the lens of our camera. I won't go into the technical details of why that happened, because I don't know myself. But they were trying to get into the press room last night with all their supporters, and a few had to be thrown out. It was a chaotic scene after China beat Australia in the semi-final. Brazilians had even more supporters hanging around the door, waiting until they finally exited the stadium. As Laila from the line makes the lead 5 points. She's got 6. China 6 down. 95 seconds left in this first half. Ma Zongqing. Oh, spotted the big girl, but Laila spotted the pass.
Yes, quite often the Chinese team will pass into Zheng Haixi, and her first option is generally to look for a pass and then a cut, ready to make her move. And see, right there, the ball is grabbed and hung onto very tightly by Laila. Good effort from her to create a jump ball.
Now Paula there, getting into the circle on the jump, and an infraction means China have possession. Will they try and go for the 3-point before half-time? There was a hand on the pass, and then it was knocked down to the running Laila. She gets it again. Helen. Paula. So Haishia comes over to help. Helen's first shot. Well, she's very hesitant, but still they're getting second, third shot opportunities here that they shouldn't. Brazil. Paula the dish. Cincha misses. And this time they don't come up with it. And a foul, Laila. 1-on-1 to be shot. No, that's the 7th team foul on Brazil. So they can't afford any more, but 7th foul coming up 47.8 seconds from half-time.
See Wang Feng return to the court. I'm quite surprised that she hadn't been back on earlier, actually, Peter. She really is their playmaker.
Here she goes. No. Zhong Gong-mei to Liu. Bad pass.
Yeah, she should have shot that one. Yu Jing was moving in for the rebound.
All but 2.1 seconds on the game clock belong to Brazil to add to their half-time lead. Helen, drive and dish.
You see the Chinese team into their 2-3 zone that has worked so effectively for them throughout the tournament.
Paula. Helen. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Paula for 3. Under intense pressure, she cans it.
From this angle, it didn't even look like it was going to go near the basket, but it went in.
Well, they extracted maximum damage for the Chinese in that possession with 3 points from Paula da Silva. She's got 11 for the game. Hortensia 19 in the first half. 14 for Wang of China, 3 3-pointers. Zhong Haixi has got 16, and the first half of the gold medal match belongs to Brazil. They lead by 9 points.
It features the public school dance company and boys dance ensemble with the choreography of Judith Joy.
Zhong Haixi has scored the bulk of their points in the first half, and someone else has taken a bit of pressure off on the second, and they've got better as the game's gone on.
Oh, look, China will come out. It'll be a sensational second half because China will not lie down, and neither will Brazil.
25 seconds away from the restart. Some final words from Coach Chen, who never looks in a flap. Very quiet, speaking to his team. Now assistant coach Sergio there with the glasses is doing the talking at the moment in the Brazilian camp. Miguel Angelo de Luz obviously had his say in the dressing room. We have been critical of the referee at various times in these championships, but I think Philip Mahalu and Janice Deacon have done a good job officiating so far in this gold medal match. Hortensia late in getting out onto the court. She's a bit of a law unto herself, but she's perhaps the best pure shooter the women's game has seen. The second half will be restarted.
The ball not knocked clearly by the centre, so a re-jump.
Take 3.
Almost again, yes, I was going to say re-jump. Oh no, we've got a violation. One of the Chinese must have moved into the centre line before the ball left the referee's hands.
So Paula for Brazil. 9 points in front is Hortensia.
She's got 2 players on her. Someone has to be free.
She got 3 somehow, and that leaves Cincha to score the points.
And that's a good start for Brazil.
Cincha Silvia dos Santos. Not the tallest player in the team, Alessandra is, but she hasn't started as she did in the first half. Now Li Dongmei, second tallest of the Chinese, and Cincha with the rebound. Paula sees Laila up the court, instead goes to Jeanette.
And we've seen that move so many times in this tournament, Peter. What a fantastic move. She, like I said, she makes it look so easy.
So out to a 13-point lead are Brazil, their biggest lead of the gold medal game. China looking for their first points of the half, and who else? Zhong Haixia has 18 points.
And really a quiet achiever in the first half. It's to think back in the first half, it's hard to believe that she's already got 18 points.
Laila.
Yes, well, she knew that Lee Dong-Mei has 4 fouls and she can't afford to get another one.
8 points for Laila. She's on 3, actually, Lee.
Sorry.
But did rack them up pretty quickly. Now, this is good movement from Li Xin. Now, it's Zhong Dong-Mei missing, and they've blocked out Zhong Haixia well there. Hortensia keen to get her first points of the second half. Only good defense from China prevents it. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Jeanette working one. Nice work. Good.
Excellent play from Brazil. Jeanette just backing her player in there, making it get closer and closer, and the help defense comes. Obviously a free player somewhere, and she found her.
It's twice she's been free in the early going. Sincha. Back to 15 Brazil, and they force the turnover from China. Upping the tempo is Paula. Playing a very controlled game so far, the Brazilians.
Yes, I think they've had obviously had a very good game plan.
And 3 seconds in the key against Janet. She doesn't like the call from Janice Deacon. The ole, 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 oles, which you're going to have to get used to over the next month if you tune in to the World Cup from the USA, ringing out here in Sydney. From a Brazilian contingent that must be 200 strong. Li Xin comes up short. Hortensia now upping the tempo. She's got Jeanette to her right, and the foul from Li Xin. 4 fouls on the Chinese guard.
Hortensia brings the ball down the floor so well. She pushes it out right in front of her. She does dribble the ball very high, which is something that you don't tend to instill into your younger players. But she's got such long stride.
And she and Paula, such a combination.
They both knew exactly what was going to happen. Nobody else on the floor did, but they did.
I'm sure there's very little verbal communication between the two of them. It's just gestures, looks, and instinct from having played hundreds of games together. Interception from Janet. Well, they've come out and kept China to just 2 points so far in this half, and they've extended their lead to 19. 10 points the better so far, and that's in 3.5 minutes.
Excellent start for the Brazilian team. They've just got to, actually now all they have to do is keep going down into their offense and scoring each time down the floor, playing tough defense, and they'll come out on top in this game. Of course, you can't forget China, excellent outside players. Once they hit outside, you've got to go out and stop them from shooting those 3 corners, and then they've got their inside game.
And when things get tough, the Chinese head of delegation always gets involved. Just a young Boyong.
The way he was speaking there, not that we could understand him, but he didn't look very pleased at his team members. You can only guess what he was saying.
China need points here. Wang hovering around the 3-point line, and there's the foul from Laila on Sun Yin, who's come in for Li Dong-Mei, about to be a double substitution. Liu about to come into the game, and Zhong Wei, who we haven't seen in action in Sydney, number 12. So things looking a little bit desperate. Wang is substituted along with Zhong Dong-Mei. They're leading Lee out there on 4 fouls. Sun Yin Good blocking out from Paula. Oh,
A very soft. Oh no, who was the foul?
she's called it on Paula for just boxing out. Well, the hands back a bit.
Yes, but I don't think there was any contact with the hands. I think it was just good blocking out. I thought for sure the foul would have been on Chung Wei.
Zhong Haixia has it knocked away. Doing a good job as Sincha at both ends of the floor. Paula, what about the running hook?
Never mind. She was screaming at her player to grab it, but
now China step up the tempo a bit with Zhong.
Li Xing always looking to be a threat. Forced jump. Oh, forced travel. Side ball to Brazil.
Well, these youngsters are coming up big for Brazil. 21-year-olds. Sincha and Laila.
Li Xing turning to face up to the basket. And Laila getting her hands in there to create a forced travel.
A real comfort zone for Brazil. 19 points. Helen nowhere to go. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Hortensia. Hitting the boards hard, Brazil. Good work, Laila.
It certainly was. If you can't take a clear rebound, it is always good just to keep tapping the ball, just to keep the ball alive. You've always got that hope. That's exactly what happened here. Once it was on the floor, you just dived on it. A lot of movement around the circle.
Brilliant jump from Laila, but China come up with it.
Yes, Zhong Haixia just swinging the elbow a little bit, just a bit of frustration coming out there.
Ball stolen away from Zhong Haixia. Brilliant work from Laila, and Zhong Haixia angry for one of the few times in the championships. Stripped by Laila.
Oh yes, there certainly was a foul in there. I can understand why she was looking at her arm.
Hortensia missed with her last two attempts. It's a 12-2 run for Brazil. Helen fouling Layu.
Fouling over number 5 for Brazil.
And Hortensia would be disappointed missing those last two shots. They could have really tightened the screws on China. Unflappable Mr. Chen sees Liu miss the free throws.
And Jeanette just showing how happy she was that she missed.
China 82% from the line in these championships. It's now a 12-3 run to start the second half. 5 minutes gone. Brazil 18 points in front. That foul on Sun Yin, trying to stop Jeanette. It's actually Zhong Dongwei. Now, can she hit with her fourth shot in the last 4 trips down the floor? No. Hortensia's shooting's gone off.
Was well done there by the Brazilian Laila, keeping the ball alive and flicking it back out.
Laila, nowhere to go. China doing well. Zhong Haixia there on the line, impassable.
Good drive from Laila, trying to draw the foul from Zhong Haixia, but it didn't come off, came out of her hands, China's side ball.
Just under 14 minutes to go in the gold medal match. Zhong Haixia.
20 points.
She now racks up her 20th point. Hortensia. Helen.
So they lose a little bit of momentum, the Brazilian team, when Paula's off the court. her experience.
Jeanette has it stripped. The foul, I think, will be called again on Zhong Wei. Reaching in. She is just from behind there. I think it's a bad foul because they had it covered.
Yes, I have to agree with you there. When you see the ball, though, it's always hard to stop yourself from just wanting to reach in and...
Well, they've got to be aware that when Helen drives, she's not going to shoot it. She's just dishing off. And the foul.
Yes, that one was on Lu Jun. And a strange call also. I didn't quite pick it up, but the referee saying a bit of a push.
Jeanette for three.
And Brazil are just not looking the team they were a few minutes ago. So perhaps...
The no-look pass from Zhong, intercepted by Sincha.
Perhaps China's defence is just getting to them just a little bit, or maybe a few tired legs out there.
55% the field goal percentage has dropped to. China at 48%. Ma Zongqing. Nice work.
Yes, nice screen set there by Zhong Haiqi.
Just her 4th point of the entire championships. This time for Hortensia, she gives it to Sincha's ankles. And they're a long way down.
Yeah, it's not a good pass. It's pretty tough when you're that close in and there's a lot of people around you to know exactly how to pass the ball. She obviously saw the gap.
Ma Zongqing's got the bit between the teeth. She's fouled. Hortensia, can't believe it. But it's on number 4 of Brazil. The second. A word to Coach Dumouze. Paola's coming in. Alessandra has replaced Sincha, who did some good defensive work and hustled offensively in that brilliant start to the half. They've just gone a bit cold, Brazil. Ma Zongqing at the line.
It's interesting to see if China can actually capitalise on their little bit of a downhill slide. This is the time that China have to now pick up and take off. Yes, good rebound. Excellent work from Zhong Haiqi.
Well, they're not going to be able to keep her out of it for 20 minutes. She's now the top scorer in the game with 22, 10 of 12 shooting from the field. Paola. Nice work. Alessandra wanted the contact. She got it. Basket will count. 3-point play for Brazil.
Janet, just seeing Alessandra under the basket. Probably didn't need to take a dribble then. Wasted a few seconds. I thought the referee may have called a 3-second call.
So Alessandra converts the bonus. The Samba has not stopped up there.
Oh, the crowd's been fantastic.
Paola, and watch Jeanette go.
Oh, excellent pass. Wonderful fast break.
She beat 3 down the floor there, and Paola just dribbled it in front of her. They've got 3 of the top 5 scorers in the championships, Brazil. You can't keep them all quiet at once. They're all out there on the floor at the moment. Zhong dishes it back. That was a lovely move. 3 points for Liu.
Yes, Brazil just settle down when they come down into offense. They really do make the opposition settle down into a steady defense. I think it was Don Lane who was mentioning it earlier. You know, China are forcing them. Brazil are forcing them to play at their pace.
Well, Paola explosive around Zhong Haiqi. They're controlling the game, Brazil. They're 15 points in front with 11.5 minutes to go. And I think it's only the 3-point shooting of China that can get them back into it the way it's looking.
Yes, well, the defense on Zhong Haiqi has been fantastic. Alessandra and even Laila, they've all done a terrific job on her. Another turnover.
Abuses her teammate Sun Yin.
Great pass
from Hortensia. Tipped back in almost by Paola. Well, she could have grabbed it then.
She could have. The Chinese team weren't even back down the floor.
I don't know if she's just being showy or whether it did slip. Oh, well held. Laila gets it to Alessandra. That was hot, that pass.
They're playing fantastic offense against this zone of the Chinese team. passing the ball around well, looking for the gaps, penetrating.
Ma Zongqing.
What can you say? Three-point shooting is sensational and has been all the way through.
Even from a
this
player
tournament.
we haven't seen hit one before in the championships. 14 points is Brazil's lead. We've got so many weapons.
In particular,
Janet.
this lady.
Laila jumped, but Zhong Haixi knocked it away from her. Zhong Wei almost had it stolen.
Excellent
Son Yin
pass.
and Ma Zongqing coming up big off the bench. 8 points for her in the half.
Things are getting a little bit heated out there. Zhong Haixi and Simona. No, is it Simone? Oh,
Alessandra,
Alessandra. Yes.
And she's on her own
shoving.
here. Paola pops away. Foul on Alessandra, pushing in on Ma Zongqing.
The referee just telling Zhong Haixi, keep your elbows down.
3 fouls on Alessandra. Well, they're really being tempered here for the future, these young Chinese, Brazilian big players. In the cauldron of the SEC, the gold medal playoff in Oz 94. China mounting a challenge through Ma. Kept alive well. Liang Xin was the player that did that. Then 3 points from Liu. Her second three-pointer of the half. And here come the Chinese like we knew they would. They're within 9.
Yes, there was never any doubt that the Chinese would come back at this Brazilian team. And the crowd is roaring.
They left Laila. And that's because there's Hortensia, there's Paola, there's Janet to worry about. Dawn Fraser, who's been with Australia at this sort of level since the 1988 Olympic Games. We've seen another disappointment for the Aussies, but that's been forgotten about for a little while by the quality of this basketball. Liang.
Nice little move. Got the ball in the paint, faced up to the basket.
Well, Dom, that Chinese bench not looking so thin now. Oh, there's the steal from Hortensia. Open floor, 2-on-1, and not a bad foul from Ma. Hortensia drawn into her third foul. 16 fouls apiece, still 8-10 to go in the gold medal game. China looking to get that lead under double figures again. And, well, Ma, I don't think she made contact with Jeanette then. Certainly a lot of noise from the Brazilian. Oh, nowhere near a face. She's learned a bit from their soccer players, I think. Unless the hit happened well before what we saw in the replay there.
Yes, I think there wasn't a lot in it. The referee obviously picked up whatever was in it and called the foul.
She made sure he knew about it. Here she is, going inside to Laila, and what were the Chinese doing on her?
Well, the Brazilians are playing a very wide offense, and it's drawing the Chinese defense out and leaving Zhong Haixi in the middle on her own. And that's like her having to play man-to-man, and I think that's what's really doing it for them.
Zhong calling the shots. Liang loses the leaping Laila.
That's twice she's made that same move. She's just received the ball on the foul line, looked to penetrate, The defence has stepped off and she's gone up for a shot.
She's not a player that the Brazilians would have been able to scout at the championships because no one's seen her. Oh, there's a foul. Blocking foul on Zhong Hai-Shia. Put out that big size. What would you reckon, Leanne? The footwear. Watch the left leg go out here.
All right. I'll have a guess at about a size 13. The Brazilian bench, I've noticed every game so far they've played, their team get up and they start cheering them on at around about the 10-minute mark of the second half, and I think that's fantastic.
6 points in the half for Hortensia, and Laila has drawn another foul. This one on Ma. No, it's number 10, Liang. That's her first. Just as well, because Ma has 3 already. Again, Brazil back in the driver's seat.
And again, slowing the pace right down in their offence. Very wide offence, well out beyond the 3-point line.
Paola, she's got something left in reserve, I think. And nice work.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Goes back after it, Laila.
Yes, well done from Laila. Hortensia. Not this time.
Zhong Hai-Shia. And Zhong was taking off with it before she had control. The Brazilians back very quick. Quickly in their transition defence. Liu takes the 3.
Kept alive by Li Ying.
Now the 3-pointer from Ma. 2 points before this game. And she's got 11 in this so far.
Only 10 points in this game, 80-70 with 6 minutes to go. Steady pace of the Brazilian team. Just passing the ball around the zone, drawing the Chinese team out to them so that they can look for their inside play.
4 seconds on the shot clock. They're taking a 3. Paula missing, but put back by Alessandra.
Excellent rebounding effort. And is Zhong Hai-Shia looking a bit tired? I think she's had a huge tournament. She's played nearly every game, all game, and I think she's pretty pooped, the poor girl.
The bronze medalists looking on. Ma drives baseline for 2. Now that was a good move because the Brazilians saw her from that wing only seconds ago. Coming up to the 5 minutes left in the game. And Brazil, 10 points in front. Can't breathe easy yet. Paola's thrown 2 errant 3-pointers. Liang back inside to Zhong Hai-Shia, and the foul from Alessandra.
Yes, China have got to really run a very settled offense here. They're bringing their 3 starters back on the court again. Every time down the court, just pegging the Brazilians back 1 point at a time. It's no good panicking. There's still 5 minutes left to play.
Coach Galuz. Looks like he might have run into something in a training scrimmage or something. A bit of
a few sleepless nights too.
Lip there. Lee.
Excellent pass.
Zhong. 24 points. In this championship, she's averaged 26.3 per game.
Brazil need to score this time down the floor.
Jeanette forced to throw it away. Wang, but the jump ball is forced by that prone Brazilian. And it's Laila, I think, is it? Yes. And if she was limping before Steve Ability, I think she certainly will be after this. Great scrapping from her.
Chinese spectators making themselves heard amongst this 5,000 crowd.
No matter what happens, Brazil are going to have their best result in a World Championship. The previous best was a bronze in Sao Paulo, the 6th World Championships in 1971. And it's at a critical stage now as to whether they win the gold or silver in Sydney. With 4:15 to go, Hortensia gives it to Leila. She gives it to Janet. And again, the Brazilian shooting is letting them down. China to draw within 6, maybe 5. Wang's out there. Lee. Now, Zung Don-mei in the low post, being guarded by Alessandra. They're going to her.
Good post
Steps
up.
around.
And it's a 3-point play.
Fouled by Leila. And they are going to draw within 5.
Zung Hai-chi learnt a lesson from the previous defensive effort from the Brazilian. She did not put the ball on the floor here, and she kept it up high. The last couple of times she's brought it down low and they've been able to grab hold of it.
And she kept her pivot foot anchored there. There's been a lot of talk, and I know some of the FIBA technical committee have been watching her when she does shuffle around as to whether she's walking every time she gets the ball.
Oh, she's got big feet to move around. I think with the number of travels that have been happening over this championship, that one's probably not as severe as some of the hand fouls and things that we've seen. She certainly didn't travel on that last occasion.
No, that one, no problems at all, and she's at the line, just one of the places where she thrives. 2nd in total points in the championship, 1st in rebounds, and then some concerned look on the Brazilian faces, because she's also 9th in the championships from the foul line. Only had one trip to the line so far in this game. Hit both those. Makes the bonus here.
Just raising her fist in the air, pleased with that shot. That'll lift her team.
This is the closest China have been since midway through the first half. They trailed by 9 at half-time, down by as much as 19 earlier in this half.
Oh, that's a tough basket, Leila. There were 3 Chinese around her and she went up real tough to the basket that time.
Lee looking for the cutting mark.
There's turnover for China.
Janet.
She won't miss.
And Wang let her go. Steve Rebellion. Now Wang for 3 points.
And it's down. She sat on the bench for a long time, and I think she must have been spoken to harshly because she's come out, and that's a big 3-point from her. It's only 6 points in this game now.
17 in the game for Wang Feng.
I think what Steve Rebellion was saying is quite correct. Brazil have to move the ball around, unless, of course, Hortensia can just shoot it.
They're getting second shot opportunities, even though Hortensia has gone cool in this half, scoring just 6 points. Invariably, Alessandra or Leila have got the rebound. 24 rebounds, Brazil, China 19. Paola too long. This time, China come away with it, and Zung Hai-chi throws it away. Well, there's got to be a first for everything.
Yes, well, was that a bad pass, or was Wang Feng perhaps not looking?
Well, she was looking for
No, she was, you're right. It was definitely a bad pass.
2 minutes to go. Brazil, 6 points in front.
Slowing the tempo of the game down again at this Brazilian team. Passing the ball very wide around, well out past the 3-point line.
Janet with 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, yes. Magic shot. Just spreading the defence wide, leaving yourself plenty of room to get through.
Oh, and pressure on Zung Don-mei. Wang. Lee has it stripped by Leila, but she caught the hand.
Well, it was probably a certain 2 points. Will force Lee Dong-mei to go to the line.
Four fouls on Leila. She's had a wonderful second half. You just can't help but admire the young players of Brazil. They haven't left it to their veteran stars to do the job. They've got the chain formed in prayer. It's worked for them so far. Leads on May. 90% free throw shooter in the championships. Gets China within 6 again. 91 seconds to go in the gold medal game of the 12th Women's World Basketball Championships. Both teams in the penalty situation with 17 fouls. Jeanette looking after the ball.
Yes, they need to keep moving the ball around, waste a bit of time.
She wanted to give it to Paola, but Wang was in the way. Laula gives it to
excellent
Alessandra.
move.
5 seconds on the shot clock when they got that away. It used up valuable seconds. Now the 3-point attempt from...
Travel call.
Yes, it's against Zhong Donmei. Inside the last minute, and Brazil, the gold medal is glinting for them, invitingly. They've just got to hold China out. The 3-point attempt.
And their coach is telling them to spread the floor, keep it wide open. Allows for the penetration. Break to the middle. Good work from Jeanette.
And China have got a foul now. They can't let any more minutes run off the clock. Well, there's no more minutes to run off. Seconds now.
What an excellent game of basketball from these Brazilians. They had their heads up right from the word go.
China got back within 5 after Brazil led by 19. They came out like a whirlwind at the start of each half. And Paola. This and the World Championship is theirs.
I would have to agree with you there, Peter, and she led by example, Paola. She has control of this team.
Sit on the 3-point shooters now. She's going to take the 2, Ma. That won't hurt China, Brazil, because they have got all but about a half a second of the time on the game clock to get the shot away. They don't even...
Yes, I'll have to foul. Hortensia saying intentional, but we've seen worse in this championship. Wasn't it an intentional, but she'll go to the line for 1-1.
Well, they got some good luck against Spain with an intentional call. And when you play 8 games in 10 days, you need some luck to go your way. And Brazil have made the most of their luck. They've been unstoppable since then. The competition's top scorer to put the icing on the cake.
And she is happy. She knows she's won a gold medal, and that's fantastic for Hortensia and for Paola, who are possibly going to finish their career today.
Well, the majority of the team from Sao Paulo, the whole of Brazil, in mourning. Only a few weeks ago with the death of Ayrton Senna. But for a moment, that will be pushed to the background because the gold medal at Oz 94 is Brazil's. And they're going to have the ball at the finish of the game. Savour this moment, the young Brazilian side and the veterans.
What a wonderful feeling they must be having right now.
And the delight's going to be prolonged with a foul on Paola.
Oh, look at the Brazilian bench. Isn't that sensational? And they deserve it. Not a lot of court time for these girls sitting on the bench, but they're a part of the team.
And Laula's being substituted, but it's not affecting her at all.
Hortensia, I'm sure she has tears in her eyes already. And Paola, the lone Brazilian down this end of the court, shooting free throws.
25 of 27 from the line, Brazil.
Fantastic game of basketball from Brazil.
3 points to finish for China, but the gold medal for the first time in World Championship history belongs to Brazil. The oldest player in the championships is engulfed by her teammates. What a way to go out for Hortensia Macari Oliva. A magic moment for Paola da Silva. Jeanette, she's going to have to carry the weight from now on with these two about to bow out.
What a way to finish a career, isn't that fantastic?
The Chinese have already bowed to the crowd. Now it's the winner's turn. A medal will do. Not necessarily the gold, she said. Their assistant coach Sergio, it must be unreal for them. Steve Rebellion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay in the stadium and join us for the presentation ceremony and the closing ceremony.
Essa medalha, esse pódio, essas duas grandes jogadoras, não que as demais não mereçam, mas que a Paula
Historic females from the final. The China won 4 on Sun Hai Chi with 27 points. Wang Tan had 17. And Ma Yongqing, 15. For Brazil, Hortensia was the leading scorer equally. Sun Hai Chi, both 27 for the game, 27
acho que a nossa geração linda, a Paula, acho que a gente merecia essa medalha da chuteira na seleção brasileira com uma medalha de ouro.
14.
Sergio Marinese Duarte. He spent a lot of time in Cincinnati coaching, but I think in the excitement he really had to work to get his English back there. Oh, they're going to be loving this back in Brazil. China, silver medalists at the Olympic Games and silver medalists at the World Championships. Don Lane.
Essa medalha de ouro. Como está o neném, o baby? Beijo, obrigado por ser
And now to start off the closing ceremony, New South
Well, I
Wales
think we're on the phone, Don, back to Sao Paulo. Magic Paula relaying all the news back to the 150 million people of Brazil who are ecstatic right now. Karen Tai. Great job, mate. We'll never work on anything better than this. We'll never work on anything better than this ever again. Yeah.
Oh, it's broken.
I've got a million things. Bruised but unbowed, I think that's how you could describe the Australian captain. Her, what, 5th World Championships, and she was just an inspiration.
Oh, was she ever? She played a real captain's World Championship. I mean, what else can you say?
Yeah.
I feel for them, I really do.
I tell you, it was an incredibly emotional moment when she went off on the stretcher and she was crying, and well, so there were a lot of others, but she could hear the roars coming from out here as the Australians then hit back again and lost Michelle Timms to fouls.
Yeah.
Rachel Spawn. Yeah.
But they didn't give up, not once, and that has been the motto of this team. I really feel Tom Ma has done an excellent job with his team. I mean, they did fantastic to get where they actually got to. They really don't have a huge, big centre player. They haven't got someone who is a Hortensio who will just get out there and shoot, has no conscience
Betty Watson
to shoot.
made a good call, didn't she? All those seven-footers
Yes.
out there. We want you in the Australian team. Because Tom Ma's point is a very valid one. The team that won the gold medal has a population in this country of 150 million. The silver medalists, China, the population is 1 billion people. The USA, a population of 250 million. And here we are, fledglings in the sport. And we saw the lady that introduced it.
That's right.
She's here as full of beans, as lively as ever. Only 40 years ago. And Australia has a population of 17 million. So the future is extremely bright. And a lot of people from overseas came to these championships already envious of what we've got in Australia in terms of women's basketball, with a national league that is prospering, and the best world championships ever have been played here. Every game an absolute gem, even some of the pool games with the minor teams like Kenya, incredible entertainment value, and they learnt a lot. Africa, as if it ever gets its act together basketball-wise, as it's starting to do in soccer. I mean, this game is played worldwide. Over 190 countries tried to qualify for Oz 94. 16 made it on that golden road to Oz 94, and Brazil deserved champions, I think you'll agree.
Oh, most definitely. And what about this crowd today? Sensational. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world, and thank you for allowing me to be here. It was fantastic.
And could I just say, before the presentations get underway and the closing ceremony, that on behalf of ABC Sport, could I thank each and every player of these championships, team official, coaching staff, for the access they've allowed us to them. You know, look what will happen in the World Cup in the USA. Already reporters are being barred from getting anywhere near teams, but we've virtually been allowed carte blanche to try and get inside the skin of these sporting women, and they're just super women, the whole lot of them, and it's been a real privilege.
Oh, it certainly has been. Wouldn't want to have been anywhere else in the last 2 weeks.
No, and I think, as Don Lane said, it's the greatest basketball he's ever seen, male, female, and